It's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. The return man, Chris Moore, and able to get this out to the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle made by
these two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago, and really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans, a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye, but well, that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Titan football.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill now to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Titans.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And the Titans first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Evans. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
25 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Chris Moore returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
1st and 10.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
At the 29-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Evans. Room here to run. Touchdown, Titans. Darrington Evans, 97 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown.
Extra point.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Ravens nothing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
21-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 16, Tannehill, and he fires one incomplete. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Gain on the play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
Tennessee.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a run with Evans. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. His throw caught right around the 6. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
For a Baltimore.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, we dominate today.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Ravens have got it.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
At the 3-yard line.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you're permanent. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this ring.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. On his screen, this is Evans. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Calais Campbell getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
3rd down.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
From the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, he uncorks it for Snead, and he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game, Instead, it's third down.
By Kevin Byers.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 6 from the 10. From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in for 2 yards out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Evans. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, it's Evans. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll go right back to Evans. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Moore on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson got a man and he hits him in stride. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Jackson. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
2-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are. at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run here with Evans. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. We're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this certainly a key moment in this game. Trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The tackle made by L.J. Ford. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down. Evans, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Tannehill over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Evans. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll go again here with Evans. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Try and run for this with Evans. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
Today's final score.
The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a bearing a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need to a confession, you a mess. That ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, Cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. As on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing me and I'm walking.